Welcome everyone, my name's Ali. Today a brand new Pokemon Go update has come out which allows you to buddy up your favourite Pokemon to walk alongside you, look awesome and get some really cool unlocks as you go along in your Pokemon Go adventure. I'm actually in a hotel room right now in Ohio, in America. You can just about make out the city in the distance there. Believe it or not, I'm here to learn to fly drones with some other YouTubers, which is super exciting. But it's the end of the filming day today and the update is just dropped. I'm going to sit down, explain how buddying Pokemon work in Pokemon Go, and also let you guys know how the reward system will work for buddy Pokemon and loads of information to make sure you're using your buddy Pokemon as effectively as possible. So unfortunately guys, my hotel here in Ohio does not sit on top of a Pokestop. It's just, literally just off it. But if you look over here, you can see the bridge is sitting on what is a triple or at least a almost quad lure spot. And I know if you look outside, it is pitch black right now because of how long the filming days are here. It's wake up at 8 AM, film till 9 PM, and it's long, but I want to go outside today and at least get our very first candy from the buddy system for sure, and I'm so excited to do it. On top of that, you may see on the sofa behind me, I actually brought with me, and I forgot to do it for Quad XP, I was so annoyed, my 3DS, and if we take a look inside, you can see this is the 3DS, which has the special, as you can see just here, port that will allow me to record Pokemon Sun and Moon when it comes out. And on top of that, we can see all the games I've got here. I've got Pokemon Black, I've got Pokemon Black 2, I've got Heart Gold, Pokemon X, I've got loads. And on the plane, I was like, you know what, I haven't played Pokemon X in ages. I jumped on, the first wild Pokemon I came across was a Zapdos, believe it or not. It was crazy. I'd love to go through and show you like all of my teams from those Pokemon games if you guys are interested. On top of that, I just remembered checking through my email. I've got some very exciting news. I just got an email through from Nintendo saying that my Pokemon Go Plus accessory will be with me this Friday, the 16th of September or before. For those of you guys that don't know, this is the Pokemon Go Plus accessory. It was meant to come out when the app came out, but got heavily delayed. As you can see here, you simply put it on your wrist. It comes in this little package and it will send you notifications through the little light indicator here so that you don't have to check your phone all the time. So if any Pokemon appears, if egg hatches, anything like that, this will let you know. So guys, the day I'm landing back from America and back in the UK, I should have the Pokemon Go Plus accessory ready to record a video, which is so exciting. But I know we are here for the buddy system. So if we look back at my screen here, we're going to talk about it, let you guys know what it's all about. It's very simple, but it's just awesome. And you can find yourself, especially when you first do the update, spending hours just going through and trying to buddy up as many Pokemon as possible. So, let's first of all update our game, which we've done. So, click in the bottom left, and you can see that I currently have a Pikachu next to me. It looks really, really awesome. We're going to come back to Pikachu. It's got a little bit of a special, little Easter egg, if you will, when it comes to buddying him up. But we'll also show you guys how to simply do the buddy up system. So, we're going to click in the bottom right. You can see here the buddy icon, and what I'm going to do, I've walked nothing with Pikachu here, is click again the bottom right to switch him out. You will lose all progress you've made through walking and will find a new Pokemon. Just show you guys literally how to assign one. So in this case, I'm going to go for my biggest and bestest, my 2410 Arcanine. Put him on top of me. He is now my buddy. Click the middle button. Look how huge. You can spin him around with you. Oh, I absolutely adore this update. It is amazing, amazing, amazing. I love it so much. But let's talk about what the buddy system will actually do for you, what the point of it is, and why it's so useful. So, not only does it look awesome when you click on your like trainer card, as I like to call it in Pokemon Go, you can see in the bottom left corner, we have got our trainer avatar with the Pokemon next to us. Now, there's a little ring actually that will cycle around our canine or any buddy Pokemon that's there that will show the progress of you getting a reward for having that Pokemon as a buddy Pokemon. But what is that reward? Well, if we click here, and we saw it for a second when we switched out our Pikachu, go to our buddy Pokemon, we can see exactly what is on the screen here. So basically every 3 kilometers with our canine or Growlithe, we will get ourselves a candy as a reward for simply walking around. It's a really, really cool feature. I like it a lot, and I know it's simple, and I know there's a lot of things which Niantic, the guys who develop Pokemon Go, still need to work on, like the tracking features, etc., which still haven't been rolled out to everyone. But let's just focus on this at the moment because it's really, really cool. Now, as you can see here, this needs 3 kilometers for me to get a candy for this type of Pokemon. But if I go and switch out for a different Pokemon, for example, let's say I go and switch out, for example, to a Vaporeon and change that to a body Pokemon, which I've never done before. See what it looks like. Hey, looks cool. Looks cool, looks cool, looks cool. And we can then see that we need 5 kilometers to get a candy for this Pokemon. So there's loads of different distances for all these Pokemon. So what I'm going to do now is bring up a chart on the screen for you guys, and this is going to explain to you guys all the different distances that the Pokemon will need to travel while you walk to get a candy. So there is a 1 kilometer category, a 3 kilometer category, and a 5 kilometer category. As you'd expect, the further the kilometers you've got to walk, the harder or the better the Pokemon is really, and that's why the candies take a little bit more. So noticeably from the first 1 kilometer candy category is Magikarp, which, as we know, we need 400 candies for those Gyaradoses, so only having to walk 1 kilometer to get a candy is amazing, and a lot of you guys, I'm sure, will be doing that. And also Pikachu. That's why I had Pikachu at the start of this video, because, as you guys know, I really want a Raichu. We'll check up on my candies actually in a second, and it's great to see him fall into that 1 kilometer category. There's some cool Pokemon in there, maybe some evolutions you still need, that's fantastic. The biggest category is the 3 kilometer category. This is going to contain starting Pokemon, it's going to contain most Pokemon as well. So, for example, we've got the Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle evolutions, of course. We've got Vulpix in there, who I definitely still need candies for, so definitely need to put her as my buddy at some point as well. We've got Abra, which I think is quite a rare Pokemon. You don't see many Alakazams around, and I still need to get that evolution myself as well. You've got Rhydon, Staryu, loads of Pokemon in there. Noticeably, someone I've just picked out is Grimer. You do not see many Mucks or Grimers in Pokemon Go, I find, at all, especially in my area. When I was in Santa Monica in LA, a Muck did spawn on Santa Monica Pier, but we missed it. We were just a little bit too late for it, unfortunately. So definitely a rare Pokemon. Moving over into the 5K category, this is where things get tough. So one thing that's noticeable in here is both Onix and Scyther. Now, okay, granted they are rare Pokemon, but why would you really need candies for them? It doesn't make too much sense at the moment. But if you go back to my Pokemon Go video I did very recently, where I talked about the fact that Generation 2 Pokemon will hopefully be introduced at some point in the near future, I also explained that with Gen 2 it introduces Steelix and Scizor, who are evolutions of both Onix and Scyther. So I think putting these Pokemon in the 5K category means that hopefully it's hinting at the fact that they are going to get those evolutions unlocked through the candies in Generation 2 soon, and it's not going to be easy to get. Unfortunately, and I am annoyed about this, Eevee is in the 5 kilometer category. I wish it was in the 1 kilometer category, but maybe I'm just being, maybe I'm trying to make things too easy for myself. I just adore Eevee evolutions all the time. I love them. And obviously, the tough ones in there are going to be the Dragonite evolutions. So Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. Most of the 10K Pokemon are thrown into the 5 kilometer distance category. So those are all the categories you can find for all the Pokemon. So you know exactly how far you're going to have to walk, so you guys can work out what you're going to do. So if you look back on my screen here, the likelihood is I'm going to grind away, especially initially, those 1 kilometer Pokemon. That's what I want to do. But before we choose which Pokemon we're going to walk around in Ohio in the middle of the night here to get some of our first candies, I just want to show you guys how epic and awesome a lot of these Pokemon look next to you in the buddy system. So we've seen Arcanine, it's awesome. Let's take a look at Snorlax, one of the biggest Pokemon in the game. And if you put him next to you, he's freaking huge. He's crazy, absolutely crazy. So I'm just gonna go through some of these because it's so awesome to show them all to you guys. Gyarados obviously will be another huge one you guys will definitely want to see. Looks absolutely menacing, almost overlapping your character there. He's so huge. It's so hard to get even the whole character on the screen there. It's absolutely crazy. And obviously because it's Magikarp and Gyarados evolution, it's only going to need 1 kilometer of walking to get a candy for it, which is amazing. Lapras. Now, Claire would always say to me, and if we go back and have a quick look at Lapras actually just normally, that Lapras looks way too small on this screen here because it is a big Pokemon. And she was right, to be fair, because if you go back to the buddy system, you can see Lapras is huge. You're supposed to ride on the back of Lapras to surf, to get around. The fact they made it bigger is awesome. Now, another one that I was really looking forward to putting next to me was Rhydon, because I was like, he's got to be huge. And the great thing is, he is absolutely huge. And I also want to show you guys Venusaur and Blastoise, because they're, at the moment, the 2 starter evolutions that got fully evolved. Don't quite have Charizard, unfortunately, I can't quite show you that Venusaur looking absolutely tonk, to be honest. If you chop that plant off its back, you could probably ride on the back of Venusaur, but I feel like that plant is like linked into him, and I'd feel quite bad if I chopped it off his back, so we won't be doing that. Now, Blastoise doesn't look quite as big. As you can see here, he's not quite as huge, but I want to show you some awesome ones. So, one of the coolest ones, which I adore, unfortunately being here in America, I miss Claire and Eevee and Darcy and Ollie so much. But if we go down and actually find ourselves an Eevee, which I think is amazing. Look, this is my method. I still haven't evolved it yet. I'm so nervous to do it. But let's put Eevee on us. That is right. It goes on our shoulder. Look at this. Oh my gosh, isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? So it doesn't stand next to you. It goes on your shoulder, just like our real Eevee, who adores being picked up on walks. They've done a similar feature in Pokemon Go. It is so cute. But talking about Pokemon that actually go on your shoulder, there's another Easter egg. So Eevee will do that automatically, which is awesome. But if you go back and find ourselves a Pikachu, Pikachu is a little bit of a Easter egg as well. So making Pikachu our buddy Pokemon, he currently will sit next to us. He'll be by our feet. It's fine, it's cool. Well, there's a little bit of an Easter egg, and at the moment people aren't too sure if it's one of two things. Either you've got to walk 10 kilometers with Pikachu, or get 10 candies, which pretty much is the same thing, because every 1 kilometer walk you will get a candy, so it should line up perfectly. But once you do those things, Pikachu will jump from being by your feet to jumping onto your shoulder as well. So I'll throw a picture on screen here for somebody else that has done it. Obviously I've only just got the Pokemon Buddy system update, but that's a really cool Easter egg. I'm definitely going to be doing that, and I can't wait to get Pikachu hanging on my shoulder. So Porygon just floats next to you, and I thought, I was scrolling through my Pokemon and I thought I want to see what Porygon looks like. There's one more I want to show you guys, and if there's any more Pokemon you want to see in Buddy mode, just leave a comment down below and I'll happily do a next episode for you guys. But one Pokemon is a lot bigger and a lot scarier than you probably expected. Is actually, let's find him, where is he? Haunter. Look at this guy, oh my gosh. He is huge, he hides behind you, just like the ghost Pokemon he is, and literally haunts you. He is really scary. So I'm gonna put the Pikachu back by my side and make him my buddy Pokemon. We're gonna keep an eye in the bottom left corner, as we can see here on the main screen, to see that progress bar for that 1 kilometer walk building up and get ourselves our very first candy through the buddy system in Pokemon Go. As you can see over there, someone has set up a triple lure setup. It's quite late right now, and I may go there by myself, unless some of the other YouTubers want to go hang with me for a little bit. Maybe I can convince Lachlan to come along. We're going to go and get ourselves some Pokemon late night hunting in Ohio, which is awesome. That's worth noting that there's a low chance that you get 2 candies rather than 1 every time you complete either the 1, 3, or 5 kilometer distance with your buddy Pokemon. So maybe we'll luck out and get that. But it could happen to one of you guys and confuse you a little bit. Just know you've got very lucky. So guys, let's get out of this hotel room. Let's have a little bit of fun with this buddy system. I love it. Let's get some candies and play some Pokemon Go. But literally, as I left the hotel, a Charmander, as you can see on my screen here, spawned on me. And I boosted up my app and it spawned on me. I was like, yo, this is a crazy spawn. This is awesome. I'm gonna vlog this. And the girl next to me was like, yo, a Charmander's gonna spawn on you and you're not gonna tell everyone. I'm like, I didn't think anyone really cared. She's like, I care. Booted up her phone, went to get a Charmander, was tapping away at her screen, waiting for it to spawn in. It spawned in for a split second, and then it despawned. I felt so bad. So guys, I went back into the hotel to see if any other YouTubers wanted to join me on my Pokemon adventure, and they've all gone to bed, so I'm the only one up. But luckily, as we get closer to Triple Lure, our first wild Pokemon is a Tauros, which you can only get in America. So for me, it's always super rare. I can see a few people chilling here. Honestly, it's really nice here. I never thought I'd go to Ohio, but this place is gorgeous. And this, Tauros is only 129, but the great thing is, really, I just need the candies if I want to power up the 97 IV Tauros I caught at the end of the LA adventure. So if we can add another few candies to our list, that'd be awesome. And we did. Very easy capture, very easy capture. There must be a seat somewhere here. We can just sit down, chill, capture a load of Pokemon, and just grind it out. So let's chill out here, see what else there is going to be on this triple lure. Pidgeys, really? Pidgeys, another Tauros nearby, but I'm just going to sit here and grind out Pokemon and see what good spawns, hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get. Alright guys, so I decided, as great as a triple lure spot is, as you can see, it's not really pulling in the goods, you know what I mean? It's not really pulling in the guys that we need. So instead, I'm gonna head over this bridge here and hit up in like a circular form as many of these Pokestops as I can. So I'm gonna go off to the left, loop around, and get loads of Pokestops because I need to walk to get these candies through the buddy system. And honestly, like, I love playing Pokemon Go, but for a lot of the episodes, I didn't necessarily have to walk a lot to make a lot of progress. I just had to go to a good spot. With this new buddy system, I want to walk every second of my life, you know what I mean? If I put a Dratini on, I can get a Dragonite just from walking. So it's addicting. So here's another Pokestop right here. We're going to hit up as many Pokestops as we can and get that progress on that Pikachu candy going. And honestly, you could probably set up another triple lure setup in that top left corner as well. This place is amazing. Guys, it has happened. Our very first update on our very first buddy in Pokemon Go. I apologize for all the background noise. There's crickets everywhere, there's cars everywhere, but it's a beautiful evening to go Pokemon hunting. We've got some people actually in this blue gym just sat behind me over there, powering it up a little bit. There's an Executor, there's a Slowbro, there's a 2,593, which beats out my 95 IV Arcanine. But that guy's level 30 to be fair, so he's a beast. So if we check in the bottom left, we can see there's a little progress bar that has now moved along on the Pikachu. So if we go along to the buddy system, we can see we've walked 0.2, which is technically only 200 meters. I know, it's pretty pathetic, but we're doing a lot of walking now, don't worry. Of the 1 kilometer needed for that very first candy. And you can see when I'm starting that little loop, if I can just grab that one. Come on, please give it to me. I know I'm a little bit far away, but there we go, nice. It's only Pokeballs, but it's all good. I'm starting that loop around to get back to that triple lure setup where we first started. And honestly, I think after doing a lap of this or so, we can get a few Pikachu candies, which is awesome. Progressional update number 2, we're 0.5, half a kilometer through our first Pikachu candy, which is awesome. We're getting close. So one thing I've forgotten to update you guys on is our egg progress. So we actually have, if you look in the bottom left, just above it, and then in the middle top, you can see we've got 3 5K eggs, but a half a kilometer from hatching, which actually directly links up with how much distance we've got to get our first Pikachu candy, which is awesome. And there is an Eevee nearby. I'm going to try and hunt it down if we can. But actually, and this is quite mad, if I sit literally on this bench right here, I can get myself a triple lure, a personal triple lure spot, because there's no one really around here. Yep, that's it. I'm literally on top of 3 lures, or top of 3 Pokestops. Yo, 2 of those Pokestops gave me an Ultra Ball. We get 3 Ultra Balls in a row. Is this going to be... Oh, that would have been mad if we got 3 Ultra Balls in a row. You know what, guys? Oh, how are we doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? Hold on, let's check in. Let's check in. That 0.6. Okay, 0.6. It's slow. I want to get a candy for that Pikachu, trust me, but I'm going to put down 3 lures. Okay, I've got 12, because I bought some actually when I was in... Actually, I got update you guys. I forgot about this. When I was in the airport to get all the way here to Ohio, because it was a long journey. I had to do a layover flight. It wasn't direct, unfortunately, which sucked. There was a quad lure setup in, I think it's Mississippi, or Minnesota, or maybe it's none of those. It was something beginning with M. I don't know, I'm really bad, I'm sorry. There was a quad lure setup in the airport, and actually, funny enough, funny enough, a bell sprout just spawned in. A victory bell, a wild victory bell from a lure spawned in on me. It ran the first time I tried to throw a ball at it. I'll show you the gameplay on screen there. So annoying. But maybe this triple lure setup, although not as good as a quad, can hopefully redeem itself and give you some good Pokemon. So Garcie's just spawned in from one of the triple lure setups we've got going on here. And I feel like I need to explain myself a little bit. I always say that Gengar is my favorite Pokemon. When I went to Legends of Gaming Live, everyone knew that Gengar is my favorite Pokemon. That's why I got a Gengar hat. People would ask me what my second favorite Pokemon is because they knew Gengar's #1. But why don't I have one in Pokemon Go? I've got enough candies to do the evolution. Why has it not happened yet? Well, I just don't have a good IV Ghastly. I really need like an egg Ghastly, which I believe you can get from the 5K eggs. As in, it's like 100% IV. Give me 100% IV Ghastly, I'll be over the moon. But I'm still waiting for one. So I'll try and catch this guy here. But at the moment, all the guys I'm sitting on, all the Ghastlies are like 70, 60, even 50 IV Garcias, which is really annoying. So we just got one here. I'm going to check it while... Okay, it's just an average one again. It sucks. It's really annoying, unfortunately. But I just have to explain to you guys why I hadn't got a Gengar yet. We're holding out. It's going to be worth it. Trust me, we're going to get a beast Gengar soon. So another cool little update I've just noticed is that the lure module will now actually directly show the name of the person that's put it down. So I used to be able to click it and see who'd done it, but it wouldn't show up simply on the Pokestop. Now it does. So if I spin this guy and get myself a new Pokestop drop, hey, an Ultra Ball, amazing. Remember guys, you don't have to click the bubbles, you can just click off it and you'll still get the items. Yo, another chance to get a good IV Ghastly. all of these will say that the real Allier has put it down, which is awesome. All right, guys, the second chance in a row to get a good IV Ghastly. I need to hit my Pokeballs if I want to get this, because throwing it like that is shocking. Nice. All right, well, we got him caught. We got him caught. The question is, he's an okay CP. He's not bad. Question is, what will the appraisal system say? Another update is if you appraise it, it appears a lot bigger on your screen. A tiny, tiny little update. But I thought I'd show you guys everything that's different. Not made. Oh, if it says it's not likely to make much headway in battle, it is literally instant discard. So I'm sorry, buddy. You're gone. Yo, what a third chance. Are you mad? Come on, Garcias, give me a mad IV. Come on, I beg. Wow. I have never seen a Pokemon attack me and then disappear all at the same time. That Ghastly was simply disrespectful. So the great thing about IV stats is that it makes a basic capture or a boring capture like a star you just hear that popped up from the lure still exciting. So I caught this guy, went to appraise it. It's a wonder, which means for Team Mystic it's going to be 80% IV or above. Its best attribute is attack, and it exceeds my calculations. It means it's going to be 15 out of 15 perfect. So I don't mention it enough, but make sure you're downloading my PokeFind app. Go on Android, go on iOS, simply search PokeFind, download it, and it's the best place to calculate IVs, calculate CP, and just find rare Pokemon. So knowing that attack is 15 out of 15, but nothing else is 15 out of 15. If we look on the top of my screen here, we can see attack, which is in the first column, means it's a 91% star, which is an awesome little random find to get there. So I'm going to go back and rename this Star U 91, which is awesome. Pop that in there. Beautiful, beautiful. What else have we got going on? Okay, just new Pokestops hit up on a Zubat. Zubat obviously being great for Gen 2, as you guys will probably know if you watch my Gen 2 Pokemon. But I think these lures are going to finish soon. And, yo, notice in the little corner there that the Pokemon animate. How cool is that? Pikachu did this little open mouth animation, and if you put, actually, no, I'm not going to show you guys, it'll reset actually, and that's something to be aware of. If I went to change this Pokemon now, it would reset the distance I'd walk, so do not do it. But if you put a Magikarp in there, it's constantly flapping around in the bottom left of your screen. Ooh, a Machop, a Goldeen, and a Zubat. Now, I got so many Machops in LA, but unfortunately none of them were amazing IVs. I got one that I think was 86 IV, but it's like a 16 CP, which means it needs so much powering up. So honestly, a Machop I'll take. All right, I know if you live in America, they aren't rare, but for me, it's still so exciting to see another Tauros and just get a little bit more candies to evolve our beautiful, no, yo, 1000 CP. Jesus, guy's a big boy. And just like that, another Tauros added to the Pokedex. Is he gonna have good statistics? I mean, we're only looking for 100% to be out of a 97% Tauros, to be honest. Oh, it's above average. All right, sorry to probe. We've got 13 candies now. It's got a decent move set. Gives us a little bit more candies to power up that 97 one. And honestly, guys, I think my lures are about to run out. My double XP's run out. My own little incense has run out as well. And if you ever get the loading error where it's just spinning, just stick with it. Whatever you do, do not click off the Pokestop, because that's when you get the error message. Just keep on going around and around and around. Because if you go off it and try and go back on it again, it will give you the error and it won't work. So just a little bit of a tip there. Alright guys, as you can see on my screen, my lures have just run out. But you know what? It was a solid half an hour of Pokemon lures. I got a few Magikarp, loads of Ghastlies, a new Tauros as well. So we're back on that grind to get our very first buddy Pokemon Candy. As you can see, we're very close. Now, I don't know what kind of notification to expect on my screen when it happens. I don't think it will be very obvious. I think it will just be a case of the progress bar and the Pikachu ticking over, and I'll have to click on my journal to see the fact that I got the candy. But who knows? I've never had it before, so let's find out. So another quick update. Eggs, 4.88. Pikachu is at 0.8. So eggs and candies are coming our way, and somebody is still keeping that triple lure setup by my hotel going. So despite the fact mine's run out, theirs is still happening. So we may get something great from that, who knows? Alright guys, it is happening. 3 5K eggs in a row. What is, actually, you know what, I'm going to chill here by the river. I'm going to chill here by the river and see what we get. Okay, a Bellsprout, you know what, that's good. I haven't done the full Bellsprout evolution yet, so if this gives me a wonderful, oh, what, how can it only just certainly catch your attention? Why is it not wonderful? You know what, getting rid of it. If it's not wonderful, don't need it. I need those great ID Pokemon. Okay, number 2, baby. What are we saying? What are we saying right here? Come on, give me something good, Gus. Oh my gosh. Paris? I've done a Paris from an egg since goodness knows when. What's it? Wonder, HP. Okay, well it's not perfect, but it's still going to be quite good. Third egg of the day. What is it going to be, my friends? What are we going to get? Yo, an Abra. Oh my god, amazing, amazing luck. I still need an Alakazam, so that's amazing. Oh, and he certainly caught my attention. Not a problem, because I have a great Ivy Abra stored away actually, so I can still get rid of that. Now let's check in on our Pikachu. Okay, our Pikachu candy, there you go, 90, oh my god, Pikachu found a candy. We got it, it came up on our screen, +1. So if we look back at our progress bar, we're now looping over. It says 1.1 kilometers in total. We're now 0.1 kilometers into our second 1 kilometer. And if we look here, this quad lure setup really doesn't quite compare to our triple lure setup back then. We had a lot more luck in our lure setup back then. But there we go, guys. Our very first, if we go all the way to our journal, our very first buddy Pokemon candy. Pikachu found a candy just after Abra was hatched. Unreal luck, my friends. That's amazing. So you guys know me and EVs. When an EV comes up on my nearby list, I need to track it down. Unfortunately, the one that appeared near my triple lure setup I couldn't find, but this little one right here is definitely going to give me a few more EV candies. Now, obviously for Generation 2 Pokemon, we're looking for the Umbreon and Espeon evolutions. So I need to have some EV candies stored away for when that comes about. Geez, the crickets here and the bugs are freaking loud. 807. That's my highest EV ever. Okay, this is not a drill. I need to find a secure location to capture this EV. Give me a second. When an 800 EV appears on your screen, you don't mess around. This is insane. All right, guys, Ultra Ball time. I've already raspberried him, so nice. Okay, it's an okay throw. This is good as we're gonna get. Yo, okay, 1, 2. Oh my gosh. If it'd run from me, I would have cried. Now we're sitting on that 95% EV, which is 733. So this, CP-wise, massively exceeds it. But looking at the power-up rate of 4,500, I don't think this is going to be great. So let's just see what it says. It's a wonder. Oh my god. HP. Attack. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ignore me. This is an unreal IV EV. Guys, you know what we need to do. So right here, I've got the PokeFind app. Oh my gosh, I did not expect that EV to be good. At 4,500 power up, I was like, that's just gonna be terrible. So what was it? I think it was 803. 807, geez, I stand corrected. 807. It is 86 health. Oh my god, I can't believe how good tonight's Pokemon Hunt has turned out. All the other YouTubers are gonna be gutted they didn't come out with me. 4,500, if you powered up, no. So it is perfect. Oh my god, it's only 82%. So before it started out as just a casual late nighttime Pokemon buddy first time experience, has turned out to be a really solid Pokemon hunt with EVs, Abras, higher IV Pokemons, and getting our first Pikachu buddy candy. That's amazing. So that turned out to be a really fun mini Pokemon adventure, exploring the little town here in Ohio. But I want to update you guys on my Pokemon because with this new buddy system, I can get a few more Lapras candies to push it over to the 2,000 mark, partnering up with my buddy and doing some walking, obviously. And just as I came back to hotel, I got a few more Execute candies, which means I can power this guy up. So I think, fingers crossed, oh, it's gonna push him over to the 2,000 CP mark. When I did the big 2,000 CP powering up episode, I didn't quite have enough candies to get this guy over, but now he is. So it's just Lapras sitting there waiting to go over. Now my Pikachu is now halfway through another candy. Honestly, Pokemon that only need 1 kilometer to get a candy is so easy to do. It's unreal. I'm gonna get a Raichu, baby, and I'm so excited for it. It's gonna happen very soon. On top of that, we now have a load of seriously good EVs. We've got an 800 EV, which we caught today. a 95 IV EV, another 784 IV EVs. So really good EVs. We're sitting on, 31 candies, a little bit more than I expected. But it just sucks that the EV falls into the 5 kilometer category for the buddy system, which is, I think it's a little bit harsh, to be honest with you. My eggs haven't fully been restored to 9 out of 9, but what I love doing now is opening eggs all together. So I'm gonna wait until I get 9 out of 9, then start incubating them. But what I really want to know from you guys is which Pokemon you're buddying up. So send a print screen just like this on Twitter, or let me know in the comment section what Pokemon you are buddying up, and I just want to know, because it's such a cool feature. I'm loving it, and I'm hoping you guys are really loving it as well. So there you go, guys, to finish off our brand new video on the buddy system update. As I mentioned right at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be landing home in the UK very soon, literally the day that the Pokemon Go Plus accessory comes out. So as soon as I land, I should be able to record a video with it and show you guys what it's all about, which is awesome. I'm going to be working towards getting enough of those Pikachu candies to get a Raichu. There's so much stuff to do. It is awesome. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, smash that thumbs up button. Let me know which Pokemon you're buddying up, and I'll see you guys very soon, as always, for a brand new video.